Good morning, everyone. This is chapter 12, algebraic expressions. And firstly, we have to know about constants. So, constant is a quantity which has a fixed value. Means, suppose you know about the numbers that 2, 3, 4, 5. So, these have a constant value. Means 2 is always be 2, whether it is 2 apples, 2 house, 2 bottle, 2 pages. They will always be 2. That but when you talk about a variable, that means if you talk about a b c d, then you don't know the value of a b c d. Every time in a question when you have given an expression, suppose a plus b is equal to 6, then you have to know about the values of a and b separately. That means we can be have value of a 4 and then value of b will be 2 if the expression is a plus b is equal to 6. We can also have equal values a and b both can be 3, or we can have value of a as 2 and b as 4. That means variable also always changes. Variable जो है वो हमेशा change होते रहते हैं, but constant things never be changed. So what are constant? Our numbers are constant. They have a special value that can never be changed. Terms of expression. Part of an expression which are formed separately first and then added are known as terms. They are added to form expressions. Means suppose आपने दो terms लिए. टर्म्स ऑफ एक्सप्रेशन का मतलब होता है, सपोज आपको दो टर्म्स दिए गए, वन इज़ 4x एंड 5 और 6 7 एनीथिंग. देन इफ़ यू विल राइट इट 4x plus 5 और 4x minus 5 और 4x divided by 5, then it is called a एक्सप्रेशन. तब ये क्या बन जाता है? तब ये एक एक्सप्रेशन बन जाता है. इन सेपरेट फॉर्म दे आर कॉल्ड टर्म्स एंड इन ए equation form they are called a expression. It is not equation. Equation is that when you write it 4x plus 5 is equal to 9, then it is called a equation. जब तक कि ये 4x plus 5 की फॉर्म में है, it is a expression. जब ये 4x plus 5 is equal to 9 के फॉर्म में है, then it is a equation. And when they are 4x comma 5, when they are separate, then they are called terms. Okay. Now moving on to next, it is coefficient of a term. What is called coefficient? So basically coefficient of a term is the number which is multiplied by by a variable. Suppose you can see that 10 is the coefficient of the term 10xy in the expression 10xy plus 4y. Here we have a expression, here we have a expression that is 10xy plus 4y. In this expression 10 is the coefficient of xy and 4 is the coefficient of y. So a numerical factor or a numerical number when multiplied by a term or by a with a variable, then it is called a coefficient. So here 10 is the coefficient and here 4 is the coefficient. Now moving on to next, it is writing number patterns and rules related to them. So if a natural number is denoted by n and its successor is n plus 1, then it is called n plus 1 is equal to 11. Means जब हम रूल बनाते हैं दैट 4 सपोज मैंने लिखा 4 प्लस x is equal to whatever, we don't do. But if you given the value of x is 5, then you write 4 plus 5 is equal to 9. Then these are called the writing number pattern. These are called the patterns. Means you can put the value of x 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9, and certainly you can add all these numbers. Means if you put the value of x 1, then it will be 4 plus 1 5. If you put 2, then it will become 4 plus 2 6. So this is called the number pattern. When you add the things in a pattern, then this is called number pattern. Suppose you have a series 2n plus 1. and if it is given that n is equal to 10, then what will be the answer? So if the n is 10, then it will be 2 into 10 plus 1 means 21 is the answer. Now moving on to next part, writing pattern in geometry. In geometry we have different shapes like triangle, square, rectangle, pentagon. So on the basis of the sides we have different names of them. A triangle has 3 sides, a square has 4 sides. So if an algebraic expression is having so we have 4 sides in a square. So if it is given if you have to found the number of diagonals we can draw from one vertex, means if you have to draw a number of you have to draw diagonals from this vertex, then you can draw only one. But if you draw a diagonal in a pentagon from this vertex, you can draw two diagonals. Okay, so in that case in the hexagon you can draw three diagonals from a hexagon from one corner, or we can say from one vertex. From any vertex you can take that vertex and you can also draw 1 2 and 3 diagonals. So how can we determine it, हम इसको कैसे निकालेंगे? So the formula for this is n minus 3, where n is the number of sides in the shape. Means if you have a square, then you can put the value of n 4 minus 3, then there is only one vertex from where there is only one diagonal which we can draw from any vertex of the square. Just like that, if you have a pentagon has 5 sides, then you will write 5 means n minus 3, that is 5 minus 3, which will give us 2. That means you can draw 2 diagonals from any point or any vertex of the pentagon. Now moving on to the next part, that is definition of variables. A variable, मैंने बताया, a variable is a quantity that is prone to change with the context of the situation. Means variable are changeable every time. You can take their names as a b c d x y z, anything you want to. Constant मैं वो भी आपको already explain कर चुकी हूँ. Now factors of a term. What is called the factors of a term? Suppose you have a term minus 3xy, then the factors must be the multiples of 3, also x and also the y. These all are the factors of this term minus 3xy. One term is minus 3, one factor is x and another one factor is y. Now formation of algebraic expression. How we can form an algebraic expression? Suppose we have 6p square minus 3p plus 5. So the value of expression when p is equal to 2, then the answer is 23. Then you will put the value of p as 2, then you will write 6 into 2 square minus 3 into 2 plus 5, that will give us 23. Now find the value of the expression when the p is 1. So then you put the value of p, which will be equals to 1, that is 6 into 1 square minus 3 into 1 plus 5, that will give you it. So these are called the values of the expressions. Now moving on to the next part, it is like and unlike terms. Like terms having same algebraic factors are called like terms. Suppose just for example 8xy and 3xy are like terms. Now unlike terms are which having different algebraic factors like 7xy minus 3x. Here we have y as a factor of 7xy, but here we don't have a y term, we have only 3 into x. These both are called unlike terms. Now mononomial, binomial and trinominal, what are these things? So mononomial expressions are those expressions which have only one term with them. Means one term means this, जैसे 7xy या minus 5m या minus 4y. This is called मोनोनॉमिनल, जिनमें सिर्फ एक टर्म होता है. बायोनॉमिनल, जिनमें दो टर्म्स होते हैं, जैसे 5mn प्लस 4n इज इक्वल टू एनीथिंग. सो 1 and 2, there are two terms. Means टू वेरिएबल एक्सप्रेशंस, जैसे पहला वेरिएबल एक्सप्रेशन हो गया 5mn और दूसरा वेरिएबल एक्सप्रेशन हो गया 4n, तो ये कहलाएगा बायोनॉमिनल। जैसे देखिए 5mn प्लस 4 एंड x प्लस वाई, ये क्या कहलाएंगे? बायोनॉमिनल। ठीक है, नेक्स्ट है बायोनॉमिनल। नेक्स्ट है ट्राइनॉमिनल इन विच यू हैव 3 एक्सप्रेशंस, मीन्स in this you can see x is first expression, y is second expression and 5 is third expression. So this is called trinomial in which you have 3 terms in one expression. Next is polynomial, an expression with one or more terms is called polynomial, means you have x plus y, or you can say 3xy plus 6 plus y, these are called polynomials. When an expression with one or more terms is called polynomial. Now moving on to the next part, addition and subtraction of algebraic equations. How can you add or subtract two equations? This we can see from that example. Suppose you have 2y plus 3x minus 2x plus 4y, then you will keep the same algebraic expression with each other. Suppose you have 2y and 4y, so you will write it 2y plus 4y plus 3x minus 2x, you will write it like this. Now add the numbers which have the same algebraic expression, means 2y and 4y will be added, will give us 6y, and 3x and 2x will be subtract because 2 has minus with it, so 3x minus 2x will give us x, which will be of plus because 3 is greater than 2, then it will become 6y plus x, or you can write x plus 6y. ये देखिए it is written like this. You can also write it like this, जैसा कि इसमें दिया गया है. You can keep the same algebraic expressions with each other, like 2y plus 4y plus 3x minus 2x. Now take y out of it, it will be 2 plus 4, and take 4 out of and take x out of it, it will become 3 minus 2. Now 4 plus 2 gives you 6y, plus 3 minus 2 give you 1, and 1 into x will give us x, so ultimately it will give us x plus 6y. Okay, now summation of algebraic expression. Now if you have to add two algebraic expressions, what will you do? You will write, suppose you have two equations like this, 5a square plus 7a plus 2ab and 7a square plus 9a plus 11b. There are two methods, one is horizontal and another one is vertical. In vertical method you will write the same algebraic expression above and below, means देखिए 5a स्क्वायर प्लस 7a प्लस 2ab, तो पहले आपने लिख लिया 5a स्क्वायर प्लस 7a प्लस 2ab, देन आपने नीचे लिखा 7a स्क्वायर प्लस 9a प्लस 11b, 7a स्क्वायर प्लस 9a प्लस 11b, आपने इन दोनों को ऐड कर दिया, एंड देन इट विल बिकम 7 प्लस 5 12a स्क्वायर प्लस 7 प्लस 9 16a प्लस 2ab प्लस 11b. हमेशा ध्यान रखिएगा, जिनका एल्जेब्रिक एक्सप्रेशन सेम होता है वही नंबर ऐड या सब्ट्रैक्ट होते हैं. देखिए यहाँ पर दोनों में a स्क्वायर है तो ये दोनों ऐड हो जाएंगे, यहाँ पर दोनों में सिर्फ a है तो ये दोनों ऐड हो जाएंगे. अब नेक्स्ट वाले में देखिए 2ab है एंड 11b है, तो इन दोनों को एज इट इज़ लिख दिया जाएगा 12a स्क्वायर प्लस 16a प्लस 2ab प्लस 11b. Okay, this is called the vertical method. And in horizontal method you can directly add the two numbers. जैसे मैंने पहले ऐड किया था 5 प्लस 7 आप लिख दीजिए 12, 7 प्लस 9 16 प्लस 2ab प्लस 11b. Okay, Now moving on to next, use of algebraic expression in the formula of perimeter of a figure. So suppose you have to find the perimeter of a figure whose one side is L, then what will be the, suppose you have an equilateral triangle and you have asked to find the perimeter with the side L, then what will be the perimeter of the equilateral triangle? L plus L, और यू कैन से 3 times L. ऐसे ही अगर आपको स्क्वायर की एक साइड L गिवन है तो आपका पेरीमीटर क्या हो जाएगा 4 इंटू L. ठीक है, ऐसे ही अगर पेंटागन गिवन है तो ये हो जाएगा 5 इंटू L. जस्ट लाइक दैट इफ़ यू हैव टू फाइंड द एरिया ऑफ द triangle or a square, then what will you do? We will write the expression firstly. Suppose we have to find the area of a square. The area of a square is L square, or you can say side into side. So we will write it L square, and this is the expression for the area of the square. If you have to find the area of rectangle, that will be L into B, L into B. So for L into B, we must know the length and base of the rectangle particularly. Okay, thank you.